out of Georgia. That stands out.
Yeah, I don't want to hear any more with people saying that Ohio State can't beat out Alabama and UGA for kids, because Ohio State beat out Alabama and UGA for a player out of the state of Georgia. Eddrick Houston, 6'4", 275 range, Buford High School, super talented defensive end, somebody who I expect to play on the outside. No, he's not Booker Pickett in terms of your really slight, quick rush end, but this guy is not going to be somebody who slides inside, in my opinion. Really, with him being ranked anywhere from 17th to about 55th in the nation, depending on which service you follow, I think that he could be underrated just even with all of that. I think that he is a super talented defensive end, really a position of need for Ohio State, especially the way that Ohio State's defensive end recruiting kind of petered out last year. One of these commits that with the start of the season, I think people may not talk about as much as they should, but this is as important of a commit in this class as I can think of. I mean, obviously you have Jeremiah Smith, who's number 2 in the nation in multiple services, but are we really looking at receivers being a position of need? Probably not as much as we are at defensive end, and Eddrick Houston fits that bill.
Steve, your thoughts?
Yeah, just a tremendous get. Obviously, national top 25 or top 30 player. And, the rap on Ohio State under Ryan Day and Larry Johnson has been that they haven't gotten these kind of blue chip players on the defensive side of the football, and the defensive recruiting hasn't been very good. But, they continue to debunk that myth here with Eddrick Houston. I thought what was interesting, somebody, I think on Twitter or on our message board, posted that Georgia transferred in one of their top recruits to Buford, Georgia, to help them recruit the guys at Buford, Georgia, and they're going to like Florida State, Ohio State, and somewhere else. So, yeah, that strategy hasn't worked real well for the Curbster, and Ohio State continues to clean up in the state of Georgia. Got Air Noland, obviously. I want to say, did Langston Hughes just play Buford over the weekend? Is that what the matchup was?
It was Carrollton.
I'm sorry. Okay, Carrollton. At any rate, and I'm sure we can delve into that if Air Noland did anything of note. But, last weekend was the first weekend of high school football, and there were some good Ohio State highlights out there. I know you guys went to some games where some of those guys were. But back on Eddrick Houston, this is a guy that comes at a position of great need, I think, for Ohio State. When you talk about JT Tuimoloau and Jack Sawyer are leaving after this season, if all things are equal. You've got Kenyatta Jackson, Caden Curry, obviously, kind of waiting in the wings, ready to roll. Mitchell Melton as well. But Eddrick Houston is a guy that's going to help energize that position for the next several seasons, it would seem. And obviously, again, you can't have enough big, strong, fast guys who can run and put pressure on the quarterback, and that's what it seems like is the case here with Eddrick Houston.
Yeah, don't look now, but like Ohio State, 3 of their top 5 commits are defensive guys, and 5 of their top 10 are on the defensive side of the ball. So crazy times indeed for the Ohio State Buckeye recruiting. I think the one other thing that to help out with the depth with the defensive end next year, you've got Arvell Reese moving from linebacker to defensive end this year, so that should help some as well. But yeah, a good get, and if nothing else, it just calms down the natives for a little while until the next guy comes in and takes an NIL deal somewhere else. But this is a guy they had to have, so this is a big one, big hit for Larry Johnson and for everybody else on the Ohio State staff, really.